Alright, today we're talking about conversion of units of length. I know many of us are familiar with this. 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter, 10 centimeters make 1 decimeter, 10 decimeters make 1 meter, 1000 meters make 1 kilometer. Alright, so we're going to convert from the lower to the upper, from the smaller units to the bigger units. So we're to convert 42 centimeters to meters. Now, how do we do that? I'll simply write my solution. Okay, 42 centimeters to meters. I'll check which is bigger. Is it on the table? Is it centimeters or meter? So look at it. Centimeters is here and meter is here. All right. So what do? I'll check how many centimeters will give me 1 meter. And how do I do that? 100 times 100. 10 times 10 will give me 100. So 100 centimeters make 1 meter. Now, having said that, since 100 centimeters make 1 meter, I'll check. We're supposed to change 42 centimeters to meters. Okay, so I'll be putting this under its, I usually call it brother or its sister. Give it to its sister. In other words, put the number that has the same unit together. All right, so I have 42 centimeters giving us x meters because you don't know. So the next thing I'll do is simply towards cross multiply. All right, I'll have 42 times 1, okay, centimeter, giving me 100 times x. All right, so what I'll do next is what? I divide both sides by the coefficient of x. I divide both sides by the coefficient of x. What's the coefficient of x? 100. So I have 100. Here I'll have 100. So that will give me, this will cancel out. Here I still have x giving me 42 over 100. Now, from what we know, if you have looked at my earlier videos, when you have something like this, you don't have to trouble yourself. Since it's divided by 100, you just move. Since it's 2 zeros, you move 2 places leftward. That'll give us 1, 2. So that'll give us 0.42 as our final answer. 0.42 meters becomes our final answer. On this side, we're to convert 30 kilometers to centimeters. How do we do that? Again, we'll check on our table which is bigger, centimeters or kilometers. Centimeters is obviously smaller. All right, kilometers is bigger. So we'll check how many centimeters will make 1 kilometer. Again, we'll go through the route, the centimeters, and this is 1 kilometer. So I'll just multiply the numbers in front. So 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 1000 is 100,000. So 100,000 centimeters will give me 1 kilometer. Since 100,000 centimeters will give me 1 kilometer, again I'll check. This is kilometer, I'll put it under kilometer. So that will give me 30 kilometers to what? X centimeters. You don't know what it will give you. Again, the next thing I'll do is what? To cross multiply. I'll say 100,000 centimeters times this. So I could leave the units out first. Times 30 equals x times 1. Remember, we have to change the what? Centimeters. So I'll put my x this way. So that will give me 3 times 1 is 3. All right. We have 1 0 here. And how many zeros are here? 5. So we put them together. 1 plus 5 zeros. That's 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters. That becomes our final answer. If you found this video interesting or helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.